Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, man. Palma, 7 points in the game.
Janelle Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Bologna is open. 3-point.
Oh, my goodness.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. He just posterized Miles Caballero.
Second of 3 games ngayong Lunes dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. We are back at the Phil Oil Ecoils Center in the city of San Juan para sa inyong Marlica Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7 action. Basilan takes on Bacolod Tubo Slashers. JC Adjay trying to lead Bacolod to an upset of the Basilan Star Horse, who are coming off their biggest win of the season. They took down the Pampanga Giant Lanterns in a stunning upset last week. Eman Calo was one of the players who made an impact in that victory over the two-time defending champions, and Eman will still be in action, and Alex Cabagnot still sitting this one out, and Basilan takes on Bacolod in our second game. Magandang gabi mga kaligay sa Delf Tupas. Kasama si Javi Palanya. Magandang gabi din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook, sa YouTube. And syempre, we are live on Solar Sports. And Javi, what do you make of that victory last week itong Basilan, and how does it help them moving forward dito sa season na to?
It's definitely a confidence-boosting victory para sa kanila. And I think that game, that win of theirs was to remind themselves, especially with the goal that they set before the season. Dahil nga ang dami na nilang struggles na pinagdaanan itong taon na to, and the season didn't pan out the way that it should have been para sa kanila. But that win against Pampanga, the defending champions, a way to remind themselves that they are still on track.
Oo, and it's never too late. Syempre, pwede pang bumalik. Back on track. And also back on track is our courtside reporter, Miss Mika Abisamis. Kamusta, Madam? And welcome to the coverage of the second game. And, kamusta yung dalawang teams natin going into this matchup?
So Del Favi, glad to be starting this week with the two of you talking about life, but more importantly, the game. And of course, these two teams, Bacolod at Basilan, coming from different emotions. Itong Bacolod still trying to prove themselves dito sa ating liga. Pero sabi nga nito ni Coach Pau Havilona, alam mo Mika, pumasok ako dito, kabado at excited ako kasi nakikita ko nagsushooting yung mga dating teammates ko. Itong si Navarro, si Pastoran, si Tempra, kulang na nga lang daw ay kunin na niya ang jersey niya sa kanyang excitement. Pero para naman dito sa Basilan, napag-usapan nyo na nga ang taas ng kumpiyansa nila sa practice, na ayos nila yung mga dapat nilang ayusin at nakita nila against Pampanga. Pero ang isa daw talagang napatunayan doon is that they proved their critics wrong. They are a strong contender and they are just about to start. Si Delphin Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika, and we will be waiting for your reports mamaya. And that's really a big point if you are trying to contend, yung belief, yung pagbabalik ng tiwala sa team ng Basilan. Talk about Bacolod, though, there's been a lot of struggles within this team, but itong si JC Adjay has really found a way to pakita yung sarili niya that he is a really good player this season, particularly for this Bacolod team.
And this is a nice way for him to get back on track dito sa game against Quezon City. Although this ended up in a loss, he was not able to play in the game previous to this, able to score 14 points against the Gallery's Taipan squad. But again, he needs to make sure that also his other teammates can deliver around him, and also yung kanyang free throw shooting, because he gets fouled a lot, but still the free throw shooting percentage still continues to remain average at best. Pero nakikita naman natin incremental results para dito kay JC Adjay, especially as the season progresses.
Oh, and you want to see that improvement, by the end of the campaign, na tumaas itong free throw shooting ni JC Adjay. Sa kabila naman, Eman Calo is an MPBL champion, and he played like one against Pampanga. And another strong performance from Eman. And this is a player na minsan kailangan mong pakawalan at pabayaan sa court to do his own thing. because he can, he's one of those players na very creative and he can create for his teammates as well.
I agree. Pero ang maganda nga sa kanya is hindi mo na nga kailangan sabihin sa kanya na teka lang, relax muna tayo ha. He knows when to unleash himself. Sasabihan naman sa gaya ng sinabi mo. And he's been doing just that in the past couple of games, upping his average to plus 12 points per ball game. And with the absences of some of their key players doon sa kanilang mga huling laro, Eman Calo was not afraid to take up the mantle of heading the scoring para sa kanila.
Eman Calo, the Cebuano guard, will try to lead Basilan against Bacolod. Let's go to Miguel Pereira for the starters.
Forward number 35, Jeric Villanueva. And the other forward number 10, JC Adjay. The head coach for Bacolod is Pav Havelona. Assistant coaches, Noy Baclao, Emric Sahota, and Briton Havelona. Assistant team manager is Kevin Custodio. Here's for Basilan Star Horse. Starting at forward number 1, James Tempra. Also at forward number 99, John Mahari. Coming in at center number 6, Cesar Reyes. Two guard number 15, Enzo Hoson. And at one guard number 25, Renzo Navarro. The head coach for Basilan Star Horse is Rich Alvarez. Assistant coaches, Melo Navarro, Rob Labagala, Arnel Siap, Chelito Caro, and Dan Rose. Team manager is Bernard Young. Referees for this ball game are Edmar Apis.
25 is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with the 1xBet. Sobrevega, Malazarte, Rangel, Villanueva, and Adjay ang 5 for Bacolod, Navarro, Hoson, Reyes, Mahari, and Tempra para naman sa Basilan. Jake Mabandos, Edmar Avis, Ali Damicog, and ating officials ngayon. Sobrevega launches the 3, masyado malakas. And Sobrevega.
Well, he's back in the starting lineup after only playing less than 9 minutes.
Kala ko after playing pickleball.
Diba? Nagugulat nga rin ako, may energy pa siya mag-pickleball eh.
Oo nga eh.
At
Lakas ng impluensya ni JC Sobrevega dyan sa kapatid niya na nagpipickleball.
Partida.
Ang intense ng pickleball nila. Nakikita ko yung stories dito ni John Sobrevega.
Stories pa nga lang yun. Siguro kung makita mo yung buong laro, I'm sure mas intense pa nga yung buong laro nun. And that's really impressive considering that he's always playing basketball.
Yes. Kahapon yata naglaro na naman to eh. Sa Magallanes eh.
Walang kapaguran tong bata na to.
Sobrevega against Renzo Navarro, Chadi Rangel. Malazarte finds Rangel inside, misses a point-blank range. Lorenzo Hoson, Lester Reyes, now with Lorenzo Navarro. They blitz Navarro, it's with Tempra, finds Mahari. Three-pointer from the corner, that won't go. Rebound nakuha ni Malazarte. Jay was running the lane, hindi nakarating sa kanya yung bola. Malazarte. Jeric Villanueva. Nagpit ang depensa ng Basilan dito. Sobrevega against Hoson. Jan Sob, the spin, the shot, and the make. Galing kay Jan Sobrevega.
Very crafty move right there in the shaded area para kay Jan Sobrevega. Hoson already giving him all sorts of problems defensively, but Sobrevega able to power through.
Navarro nails the 3.
There was a gamble that was made by Bacolod on that defensive coverage, leaving Enzo Navarro wide open on the left wing for that three-point shot.
Sobrevega uses the Angel pick. Villanueva, he'll fire a 3. Gets it to drop.
He can definitely hit that. Ito si Jeric Villanueva. He showed that time and time again this season, the ability to hit the outside shot. Had one make in their game against Quezon City, where he scored 8 points.
Joson, the shovel pass to Lester Reyes.
That's just too easy, and I'm sure pretty much unforgivable. Nakita mo na biglang tumayo si Coach Pao Javelona after trying to start the game sitting down on that bench. But after that, boo-boo defensively, allowing an easy pass to Lester Reyes. He could not let that go.
Lorenzo Navarro. Lester Reyes with the pick. Lorenzo in and out on the three. Agawan sa rebound. Gao puts it in.
Now, there are 3 white shirts inside, and yet 2 Basilan players prevailed to get that offensive rebound and knock home a putback.
Enzo Joson is whistled for the personal. Kanyal comes in para kay Chadi Rangel. I think Malazarte will be the guest at the line.
Malazarte, after emerging as Bacolod's top scorer in all of the games that he's played.
The free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kompleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
He was averaging more than Mart Barrera already, around close to 14 points per game, but only scored 2 points sa kanilang huling laro. Sorry, 5 points. Went 2 out of 12 from the field.
It's a lot of misses. 7 all ang ating score. Enzo Joson. Navarro will drive. Great defense by Canial. The Bacolod forcing the turnover. Malazarte with the fake and the bank shot. It was a good start here for the Tubo Snatchers na ikinasasayan ng kanilang mga fans. Krister Isulat and CJ Ramos.
Uy, CJ Ramos, ha?
Last break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker Everyday Karaoke. Nakasama mo ba yan? Medyo matagal mo na yata hindi nakikita yan.
Matagal na dahil mukhang mas busy ngayon si Mr. CJ Ramos. Ang daming ganap eh.
Daming flights.
Daming flights, oo. Hindi lang flights eh. Daming laro
Events.
na nilalaroan, daming events na pinupuntahan, mga kasal.
Nag-ano din yata yun, nagpi-pickleball ba? I think si Pat yata nagpi-pickleball. Ewan ko si
CJ yata hindi.
Hindi.
Very purist sa basketball yan eh.
We're tied at 9 here. Joson. He'll fire a 3. Enzo Joson breaks the deadlock.
You
12
can't
to
go
9.
under the screen when you're guarding Enzo Joson. That time, that's what the defense did. Did not pass up on the shot, immediately going for that 3-pointer. Ito si Enzo Joson.
Mahari is called for the foul. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And Duboze is now in the game. Mas Canyal, Mart Barrera. Villanueva, he'll shoot the 3. Canyal nakapwesto na sa ilalim. Malazarte with the offensive rebound.
Ooh. That could have been a good pickup there para kay Malazarte, but it looks like Canyal will be called for that loose ball foul.
Villanueva gets a breather. Aldave Canoy comes in.
And I expect a faster pace to be played here by Bacolod. Coach Javelona going smaller here with Canyal now playing that 5 spot.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR. Navarro goes to Lester Reyes. Canyal is right there. Mahari now. 3 seconds. Mahari. Bank shot won't go. Rebound ni Malazarte. Bacolod pushing. Malazarte finds Barrera. Mart Barrera for 2.
I love how he did not force the early outlet pass dahil natatakot siya na baka kuha pa ng depensa to play the passing lanes and just delivered it at the right moment to Mart Barrera.
Also on 3 for a straight away. That's too much space para kay Enzo Hoson to nail that triple.
These are the things that Bacolod has continuously had a problem with this season. It's those missed coverages, those little moments in time kung saan naging careless sila, hindi nila
Or-
nakukuha agad.
It's either they get careless or they're pretty naive.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a proper term.
And Malazarte knocks down the step back jumper, 6 points in the ball game. And Bacolod toe-to-toe here with Basilan in the first period.
And obviously, the youth becoming a factor there in Bacolod, making those kinds of errors. But, you know, you can't, if you're Coach Pao Havilon, I'm sure what you want to see and the response that you want to get from your boys is you can't just keep using your youth as a perpetual excuse for it.
Hoson, Tumahari. Wow. Papasok na mga veterano sa next dead ball. Enzo Hoson toying with the defense. Mart Barrera. Nasa niya yung pasa. Aldave Canoy got the step on Lester Reyes and the layup goes para kay Aldave.
Immediately, he already had the angle there upon receipt of the basketball. Medyo kinaragahan ni Lester yung kaliwa ni Aldave Canoy, and Canoy just using that right hand space to be able to get inside the lane.
Navarro, the 3. It's great defense from Bacolod. The foul on Lester Reyes and the rebound. Arwin Santos, Gab Dagangon, and Eman Calor coming in para sa Basilan. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Hoson could score on you on many different ways.
Dobose. Aquino is now in the game. Dobose for 3. And Bacolod now in the lead. 18-17.
Enzo Hoson, you know, turning a very frustrated look there after that shot by Mark Dobose, giving him a dose of his own medicine.
Santos. The fadeaway from Arwind, in and out. Canyal with the rebound. Back the other way. Aquino. Nakuha ni Canoy. Nag-cut si Aquino. Left-handed scoop. Sorry, miss. Calo to Gab. Dagangon is fouled by Dobose.
That's the best Dobose could have done there, although he's saying that he got all ball. But he now acknowledges that foul. Tama ka, sorry miss nga yung kay Aquino doon. That was a nice cut. Able to outsmart Arwin Santos, which a lot of young players cannot be proud of.
And Dagangon misses the free throw. One for 2 for Gab. We're tied at 18. A little over a minute remaining here in the first period. Canoy against Adi Santos. He forced that one. Rebound nakuha ni Adi. Eman Calo against Aquino. Santos on the cut. Nandun si Canoy. It's a travel on Adi Santos.
Now he gets called for a travel.
Yung 4.5 steps niya last time, hindi tinawagan eh. Ngayon, dalawa lang. Tinawagan agad.
But it still amazes me how Adi Santos is able to outrun younger legs here in this league.
Kaya nga.
And that's after making defensive coverages like this. Kaya lang doon, foul lang yung binigay niya.
Aldave Canoy inside the paint. Strong move galing kay Aldave Canoy, working with Mark Dobose right here. Right on the money on the pass, Javi.
Yeah, and that's all you can do really That's all you have to do when you're going up against a defender like Adi Santos. You have to be very aggressive. You got to take it to him. There's no way that you're going to score on him passively.
Oson swings it over to Arwind. Santos able to draw the foul on Kanyal. 2 free throws coming up para sa veterano si Arwind Santos. And Jimboy Pastoran comes in para kay Enzo Hoson. Enzo played almost the entire first period.
Oh, yeah. Yan lang talaga siya pinahinga. You know, what you're seeing right now from Arwind Santos, usually in most instances, he's going to take that outside shot. Pero ngayon nakikita mo, he's putting the ball on the floor a lot more often, which means that he's getting in better physical condition as the season progresses.
They're tied at 20. 4-second differential game clock and shot clock. Dubuze has the basketball. Trying to beat Pastoran off the dribble, and a foul on Jimboy Pastoran.
Dubuze able to get the step right on that crossover. Even before the three-point line, Dubuze using his speed to be able to draw that foul.
11 points per game this season. Ito si Mark Dubuze, 65% at the line.
But trying to bounce back from that lackluster performance he had dun sa kanilang laro against Quezon City.
Got a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. 2 for 2 for Dubuze, 22-20. A little pressure here from Bacolod. Pastoran able to get it across. 3 seconds. Pastoran is trapped. Dubuze with a steal. And he was asking for a foul. Hindi binigay, but nonetheless, Bacolod Tubo Slashers are up by 2 at the end of 1 here at the Phil Oil Eco Center in San Juan against the Basilan Star Horse.
Showing a lot of grit here in the opening quarter. Itong Bacolod to Boss Slashers. They're doing things defensively. I think save for those baskets that they allowed Enzo Hoson to take. 3 open looks. They've done pretty well themselves on that end of the floor.
They've stayed connected defensively, Bacolod. And Basilan naman, they're trying to get into the flow of things. And for Bacolod, it's all about the Slashers. Let's go to Mika.
If you look closely at the talents of the Tubo Slashers, sabi nga ni Coach Noy Baclao, ilalaban niya ang mga ito. But these guys need experience. They need to get more games like this. He specifically talked about Malazarte. Pag lumabas daw ang perimeter shooting at pagiging slasher ng todo, big deal sa kanila. Obviously, there's still Adjay, Dubuze, Barrera at Canoy pa. Pero sabi nga ng players, pag galing ka sa Barangay Singkang Airport at sa Mansilingan at nangangarap ka lang doon, pumupunta ka pa sa kapitbahay para makanood ng TV. Hindi madali na makaharap sila Arwind Santos, Eman Calo. Now all agreed except Miles Canyal. He said, para sa akin, hanggang pareho kami ng mga kinakain, may pag-asa kami. Aggressive ang Miles Canyal. Parang si Apports lang. Si Del Fabi.
Nasingit mo pa yun?
Siyempre, may similarity pa rin yun.
Pero
But,
I just wanna ask, dun sa listahan na minention ni Mika, pag nasa starstruck ang mga players ng Bacolod, di ba sila nasa starstruck pag nakikita nila Bacolod's very own si Delph Tupas?
hindi sila nasa starstruck because I am a very ordinary guy.
Wow! No!
When I am with them. Arwind Santos knocks down that jumper. My grabe. it brings back a lot of memories. That report, Barangay Singkang Airport, is I lived there for 3-4 years. Early part ng buhay ko. Mansilingan, malapit dun yung high school ko. So, but totoo yan, Avi. When these players, when you see where they came from, hindi ko na naabutan to sila, sila Duboze. Tingnan muna natin itong jumper ni Arwin Santos. The others, si Noy Baclaw kasi yung naabutan ko eh. And ang layo eh. From there to here, it's not just the travel, but, having those dreams of making it big. Look at that move. Galing kay Aldave Canoy, unfazed against Arwin Santos.
That definitely is the product of dreaming big. Just the opportunity to make big plays like this.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ay, naalala ko rin sarili ko eh. I was a dreamer myself.
And now you're here.
Oo, pinangarap ko lang to. Na makasama si Apport sa coverage. And si Mika.
No, it is my honor, Mr. Tupas.
Si Mika,
to
alam mo
be
nung
with
nagtatrabaho ako sa Bacolod, si Mika, reporter na sa PBA noon. Imaginein mo yun.
Back
So
to you.
let's aminin na natin. I've come a long way.
We have all come a long way.
Pero I'm so happy for these guys sa Bacolod, getting this opportunity. I'm hoping that they get more support eventually. Kasi these players have a bright future ahead of them. Arwin Santos with a finish against Duboze.
And I believe, again, after that impressive basket by Arwin Santos that gets Basilan another basket on the break, I believe one of the roles currently for these current crop of players for Bacolod is to actually make the people in Bacolod realize that there are players still like this who are dreaming of making it on the big stage.
Pastoran to Adi Santos. Calo, yes. Ayan, Calo, 28-27, Basilan. Ayan, papasok na naman ng tatlo dito for Bacolod. It's very hard to keep this type of intensity, Javi.
Oh yeah, and that's why Coach Pao Javelona, he realizes that for them to be able to keep this up, he's got to get fresh legs constantly into this game, as we see Barrera knock down a shot from the outside, giving them back the lead.
30-28, Pastoran, Santos inside, Arwin. That won't go. Rangel, Canoy now, Duboze. Duboze in the lane. Ang hirap yan! Napakahirap na tira yon para kay Mark Duboze. Naisingit niya pa.
Most coaches will just jump out of their seat and really get a lot frustrated with what he did. Pero buti nga lang din pumasok. Dahil halos tatlong depensa yung dinaanan niya doon.
They gotta see that again. Mark Duboze, this is the Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness. We've seen a lot of highlights from him this season, but this has to be right up there. A difficult angle against Adi Santos there.
No doubt about it. That definitely is a mark of a guy that's born for greatness. The ability, no, actually not just the ability, but just having the thought of trying to make shots like that.
Kaduyak has entered the game. Dagangon, the shot fake. Inside, Adi Santos recovers, and Bacolod playing terrific defense on that side. Ginaganahan din sila on the defensive end, Javi.
Dahil nare-realize naman nila that I'm sure, by watching film of their past games, despite them having the second longest losing streak so far here in this league, they've lost 13 straight, by the way. Alam nila that a lot of those losses, they were close and they had big chances of winning. the problem is the consistency, especially defensively, has just not been there.
Oo, but so far, wala pa silang turnover sa laro natin. And Dagangon, right between the eyes of Adjay there.
And that's a guy that is definitely not going to be ashamed of hitting shots like that.
Kanyal is fouled by Grimaldo.
The young buck putting on a veteran move against the vet, Jason Grimaldo. Let's see here, three-pointer on the move, on the run. Hitting it from the left wing, Gab Dagangon.
Pasok ang unang free throw ni Miles Kanyal.
Yeah, this has to be one of the most memorable seasons of Miles Kanyal's MPBL career. Both good and bad.
Oo. But he has recovered nicely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, kung titingnan mo naman talaga, the good outweighs the bad.
Oh, and I think this has been the most meaningful season for him.
There you go. Yep. That's the right term for it.
Pastias. Villanueva. Adjay. Adjay atake. That's a foul on Gab Dagangon.
Natamaan na nga nung una dun sa may leg and still got him on the wrist as he went up for the shot. So definitely a good whistle on the baseline there.
Adjay, 43% at the line.
But I was about to say, had a pretty much decent free throw percentage in relation to how he has shot it this season in their last game, 4 out of 7. Settled for 1 out of 2 on that last trip.
Kaduyak in the middle. Three-pointer. No. Adjay with a rebound. This is where Bacolod is at its best, no? When they use their young legs to really exploit yung advantage nila against probably a less athletic and an older team like Basilan.
The problem with the youth is what many people like to call youthful exuberance. You know, minsan napapasobra yung ginagawa nila just because they know that they can play fast. Alam naman natin this style of play really prone to a lot of errors.
Yeah.
But in this game, they are definitely on point against a very much highly touted Basilan team.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. The Pastas at the line. First point of the game, 35-31. The Tubo Slashers are ahead here. Ball knocked away by Kanyal. Ooh, Calo able to recover. They go to Grimaldo against Villanueva. Kaduyak, the floater. No. Rebound. Nakuha ni Miles Kanyal. Quickly to Adjay. JC Adjay. Full head of steam. Masyado malalim si JC dun. Back the other way, Basilan. Tempra. Kaduyak on the left side. Top of the key, Grimaldo. Labas si Alvarez. That's a kick ball on Adjay.
That could have gotten Bacolod another chance to push it in transition and get another easy basket. Yeah, aside from the speed that they've been playing with, what's impressive about their defense, Sidelf, is they haven't been committing fouls. They've only gotten one team foul here in the second quarter while Basilan is already in the penalty.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive. Alvarez, too strong on that jumper. Rebound nakuha ni Pastias. Jan Pastias waits. Villanueva, the handoff. Sobre Vega, back to Villanueva. That's a wide open three. Look at Adjay fight for that rebound, and that is last touch on JC Adje.
Villanueva was wide open. I'm glad he took that shot, but I think he took too long in going up for that attempt.
4-point deficit na ginaharap dito ng Star Horse against the young Bacolod Tubo Slashers. There's an offensive foul on Jason Grimaldo or Emancalo.
Yeah, illegal screen for sure. It's the way that he set it.
No, Emancalo is
Yeah.
whistled for the offensive foul.
It's trying to argue his case.
And he'll get a warning as well. Lorenzo Navarro returns.
Oh, this guard combination in the first quarter worked wonders for the Basilan Star Horse. Coach Rich Alvarez is hoping that they can relive their magic here in the second quarter and try to catch up on this 4-point lead.
Pastas. Adje drives baseline. JC Adje. 6-point lead for the Tubo Slashers.
That fake really caught the defense off guard, and I'm glad that he did not settle for the outside shot, even if he could have.
Oh, quick hands there para kay Aldave Canoy. Takbo ulit ang Bacolod. The no-look pass. Broken up. Navarro to Alvarez. Sinabayan ni Canoy. A goaltend.
They're gonna look at it. They're gonna have a look at it. Pretty hard to tell
Yeah.
in live view. Because that could have been a clean block on the board.
Let's watch this again. Canoy wanted to get it up top.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
already hit the board. Yeah,
Pababa na.
goaltend. It's gonna count.
Una tumama sa board.
But still, you gotta applaud Canoy for making an effort to try and go up for that shot block.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you're seeing that the desire is there, that they want to put in the work and not just try and outshoot the opposing team.
Na-appreciate nga ni Coach Pao Javilona eh. Pasias got the step, masyadong malakas. It was already inside the paint there.
But you see how these Bacolod guards, they're just able to vacuum in the defense and not leave any interior guy trying to guard the guy trying to make the shot. But that's a big basket by Gab Dagangon.
Dagangon knocking down the three on the right side here. Pasias trying to help on that drive by Navarro, and Navarro kicks it out to a wide open Gab Dagangon, rattles that three home. 1-point lead for the Tubo Slashers. They call a timeout. We'll be right back. Basilan pulled off an 89-82 upset over Pampanga last week dito sa Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. Look at the numbers here, Javi. Much better shooting, 3-point shooting, +3 makes sila. And the free throws, 86%, very impressive.
Oh, they played with a lot of speed in that game, and the outside shot was falling for them. When that happens, Basilan is a very tough team to stop. But again, here in this game, they've kind of struggled with dealing with the speed that Bacolod is giving them right now here in the first half. They're lucky that the 3-point shots have been going in para sa kanila. Already 5 makes from the outside compared to Bacolod's 3 from downtown. And that's why the lead is down to a solitary point.
37-36, bounce pass inside. Cousins connecting there, 11 points para kay Aldave Canoy. He's been active tonight.
And there seems to be an added pep to his step in this game. He seems to be running better, jumping higher. Ito si Dave Canoy.
Hoson, Alvarez. Back out to Enzo Hoson. Navarro, the swing to Dagangon. Third triple para kay Gab Dagangon. 10 points in the game. And we are tied at 39.
A very streaky shooter. All he needs is just to see one get into the hoop. And that's going to be a lot of problem for the other team's defense.
Duboze inside the paint. Oh, what about this kid right here, no? Kala mo, grade school lang na umatak doon sa loob.
He is turning this second quarter into a foul-baiting masterclass.
Mark Duboze. Him and JC Adjei, sa dalawang panalo ng Bacolod, sila yung nahirang na best players of the game. 51 seconds remaining here in the second period. He restores the 2-point lead.
Now 9 points in this game.
Navarro gets it across. 41-39. Dagangon. Fade away from Gab. Mintis. Rebound. Nakuha ni JC Adjei. Bigay agad kay Duboze. We get a switch here. They clear out for Duboze. Villanueva to Malazarte. 7 seconds to work with. Malazarte. Oh! What a move! He gets his own miss. It's short. Grabe, nawala si doon. Enzo Hoson. Alvarez, the extra pass, and time will run out on the Basilan Star Horse. And the Bacolod Tubo Slashers will go into the dugout with a 2-point lead at the halftime. 41.
Back in San Juan for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by two special guests. Coach Emric Sahota of Bacolod and of course Coach Rob Labagala of the Basilan Star Horse. Magandang hapon, mga Ginoo. Coach, sabi nga ni Coach Noy sa akin kanina, very talented naman talaga ang team nyo, no, pag titingnan nyo individually. Pero syempre, kailangan pa nilang masanay sa sistema. Sa larong ito, ang ganda ng ginagawa and more importantly, parang ang saya-saya ng mga players ngayon.
Yun nga, kasi sunod-sunod talo namin. So, we're making most out of it na lang kasi para pantanggal stress na lang din. Kasi puro sila bata halos Kaya itong game, pag malakas kalaban, nagtatranslate din, maganda nila laro nila. Kaya chinicture namin sila na go lang, i-push natin. challenge yung sarili nyo na kaya naman natin manalo eh. Basta sundin natin yung sistema na ginagawa natin sa practice.
Napakaganda. Coach, meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung wife ko, si Tin, tsaka yung daughter ko na si Ellie. Tapos yung parents ko, si Mama Emma, tsaka si Papa Elmer. Yun lang naman. Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Once again, Coach Emric Sahota of the Bacolod to Boss Slashers. Coach Rob, magandang hapon, ano? Ang taas ng kumpiyansa daw ng lahat ng tao pagkatapos ng Pampanga game. Pero sa tingin mo ba, medyo complacent sila sa araw na to?
Siguro medyo flat lang kami ngayon on our first half. And regarding from last game, it's a good win for us. But a win is a win. So either 10 points man yan, 20 points man yan, or 1 point, a win is a win and tapos na yun. And going through this game, and our challenge is yung magiging consistent kami, yung hindi magiging complacent going into this game. So that will be a challenge for us sa game na to. And hopefully, mas maganda na yung lalaroin namin on the second half.
Maraming salamat, Coach Rob. Sino mga gusto mong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung family ko, and also I'd like to say hi and thank you also kay sa team owner namin si Boss Jackson Chua and kay Mayor Jules Hataman ng Basilan. Okay, thank you.
Maraming salamat once again, Coach Rob Labagala. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Nakan.
Coach, feel ko pinapakitaan kayo.
Hanap si Dagol. Fade away, one-hander.
James Sena, 15 points in this game, and he is featured in our Gixer great move of the game, Born for Great.
This has to be the play of the game.
Oh yeah.
Put it in the top 10. Number 10. Tapos Coach Egay. Reaction ni Coach Egay. Pero mo, yumuyo ko, natawa yan eh. Yumuyo ko.
Back to PJ. Against Joshua Yero. Gets past him and rolls it in. Cuts the lead down to 11.
What a finger roll by PJ. Getting past a couple of black shirts and scooping it up. Ibang klase yung finger roll na yun. Off-legged pa. Pero again, stretch na rin kasi yung mileage ng ibang players dito sa Cagers. Eh, no? Oh, what a finish!
Oh, Ramos had to improvise there. At he did that in successful fashion para sa Muntinlupa Cagers. A little run here being made by the guys in blue.
Well, you know what I like about that? He was clearly decided that I'm going to challenge this defense of JJ Pido. And what I like also about it is immediately after he made that shot.
First basket of the game.
Tumayod siya doon at apat ulit ang lamang sa Mindoro. Dipsido from Alfred Flores.
Very shifty. Yung ganawan na yun na si Flores.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Pactalio attacks, fakes off his defender. Wow, able to sneak that one through.
Oh man, that's what you miss about a Mactalio, you know? Guys will always say, you know, when you see Mactalio with the ball, he always is gonna find a way to score. And right here, you know, scoop underneath.
Yaping, balik kay Alfred Flores. Malayo ito, galing sa tres! On net! Gutsy shot from Alfred Flores.
I gotta wake myself up. Parang feeling ko, linggo pa rin eh. Naalala ko pa rin si Noy Remocat.
Alfred Flores has come alive here.
Was the first assistant, and then they brought in Coach Onak Magtulis and Coach Richard De La Rosa.
Oh,
Both of
okay.
their teammates during their championship run before. Whoa.
Where did that come from?
Somebody is letting out a lot of rage.
They've had enough of turnovers. Ball got stolen, but not this time. Both Art and J-Boy Solis on the floor at the same time. Good cut.
Mactalio with a reverse.
That to me is really just understanding basic spread offense basketball. See this right here. Ball on the post. That weak side guy, 45, has to cut. And how about that control of Mactalio?
Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness. Coughs up the ball. 2 seconds remaining. Calo steps into a free. Knocks that one down to beat the buzzer. What a night for Eman Calo. May duda pa ba?
Hindi, isang quarter pa, pwede pa magbago isip natin. Pero sa quarter na ito, hindi magbabago ang isip natin that Emad Calo was definitely the best player.
Ah, parang wala lang, talagang umiling-iling pa. Highlights of the game brought to you by
Masama pa yung
Siplas,
loob.
the official hydration partner. Kani, left corner shot, no.
What a
Minus, climbing the ladder, puts it back in. And a foul whistle on Mindoro.
Say it with your chest, Mr. Minus. After a beautiful play for the second chance, tulad nga nung sinabi mo, inakyat yung mataas na hagdanan. Hindi lang yun, umangat pa ng malakas. 3-point play pa ang kasama.
Halftime here at the Philoil Center in San Juan, 41-39. The Bacolod Tubo Slashers with a 2-point lead against the Basilan Star Horse, and Bacolod coming out really aggressive in this ball game, and really impressive stat here, Javi, shooting 45% and only 1 turnover.
Yeah, that's what's been most impressive para sa Bacolod sa laro na to. And also their defense has been so much on point. You mentioned earlier that they've stayed connected defensively, and I love that the communication continues to be there para sa kanila, and they've done that without fouling so much. Kaya lang Basilan has managed to stay within distance is because of their outside shooting. They've already knocked down 6 3-point shots in this game, and they've grabbed 6 more rebounds as well to help them push that basketball and score 4 more fast break points compared to Bacolod in the first half.
41-39 nga yung ating score dito. Aldave Canoy and Mark Dubose off the bench. They've been outstanding. Kenneth Malazarte also at 6 points. Mark Barrera has 5 points. And Bacolod led by as many as 6 in that first half. But it's been a really tight contest, to say the least. 9 lead changes and 7 deadlocks. These two teams.
What they want to avoid itong Bacolod is a meltdown here in the third quarter. We've seen that a lot over the course of their past few games, how well they've started, but the finishing kick has not been there para sa kanila. These first 5 minutes of the third quarter will be very crucial in probably how the outcome of this game will unfold.
Absolutely, and nakita ko to, no? I think tayo yata nag-cover no sa Nueva Ecija.
Yep.
They were actually in control in that third quarter, and then nabitawan nila yung laro.
Tama ka dyan. That's why what they want here is to just keep up what they've been doing and try to look at and realize kung saan ba talaga sila nagkakamali. And I think it's really more lack of defensive coverages on the more important scorers of Basilan like Enzo Hoson.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. So that's just the perfect start to the quarter para dito sa Bacolod.
That's definitely how you want to get things going here in the third period. And that play, by the way, that's not a play that a rookie here in the MPBL makes. Malazarte making that nice delivery to Chandy Rangel.
Push shot from Tempra, in and out. Natapik ni Rangel. It will stay with Basilan. And for Basilan naman, Javi, they can't just, hindi sila makatuloy-tuloy na run dito sa laro natin.
I think they've had really a lot of difficulty dealing with the speed. They want to play fast themselves, but Bacolod just hurting them more in that aspect of the game. Also, keeping them from getting comfortable in their half-court sets because of trapping defenses like this.
Alam mo ang gusto ko dito sa Bacolod? I think the rules are very clear defensively, and it's been followed to the letter.
Exactly.
Kitang-kita mo na, what happens when there's a ball screen situation. Ganito yung gagawin natin. definitely a very, understated part of their performance tonight, how they really follow their defensive rules.
Big reason why they were able to force a lot of turnovers already. That's the 9th against Basilan while only committing 1. Yun talaga yung siguro isa sa, or I think the most, I think that's the thing that Coach Paja Vilona is most proud about.
It's 44-39, JC Adjay. Heads it to Villanueva, Malazarte, 7 seconds to work with. Wants to go one-on-one with Adi Santos. The fake, the pass, Sobre Vega for 3. Offensive rebound, Malazarte. Drives baseline, goes to Adjay. Adjay with 8 seconds to work with. JC drives baseline, iniwan ng bantay. What a layup. Galing kay JC Adjay.
What a patient move galing kay JC Adjay. A testament to how well he's been growing here in this league. That's a blocked shot for Bacolod. Villanueva erasing that one.
Malazarte in trouble. Trying to attack the defense of Oson. Drops it off to Villanueva for 2. The Tubo Slashers with their biggest lead of the game at 9 points.
And make no mistake about it, Basilan's been putting on the pressure, but Bacolod doesn't seem any bit phased.
Dagangon launches, miss. Rebound Malazarte. Adjay recovers, finds Sobrevega. Villanueva will wait. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Malazarte for 3. That won't go. Adi Santos with a rebound. Oson. Navarro. Oson to the corner. Dagangon goes to the middle. Labas kay Enzo Oson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Oson to Dagangon. Nasa gitna. 1 dribble pull-up. Got it.
The Bacolod played superb defense until the very last moment there. Dagangon getting them on the shot fake and just a 1 dribble stepping into that jump shot.
Na kay Malazarte ang bola. There's a foul.
Now, if Bacolod has been following those ball screen situation rules to the letter, itong Basilan medyo hirap sila to defend the 2-man game.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Canoy to Doboze. Doboze, Bumuelo, the drop to Canyal. Miles Canyal. Count the basket. May kasama pang foul.
It's one thing to be fast, it's another thing to have that burst of speed, especially off a crossover like this shifty move. And look how many dark shirts went for Duboze on that play, leaving the opportunity for Canyal to make that basket and 1.
Unable to complete the 3-point play. Pastoran to Hoson. Almost a steal there. Pastoran, ang atake sa gitna. Left-handed scoop won't go. Tempra to Pastoran. Jimboy, that's in and out. And Lazarte takes control with a behind-the-back dribble. 5 black shirts there back to defend. Canyal now with Adjay. JC for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound nakuha ni Enzo Hoson. Hoson pushing. Hoson stops at the 3-point line. In and out. Dagangon. No. Tempra. Finally, para sa Basilan.
Well, you give a good team like Basilan multiple opportunities in one possession. One way or another, they're going to find a way to get that ball into the basket.
7-point lead para sa Bacolod. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. Bacolod's next 3 games, they take on Batangas City and then Gensan and then Rizal. South Division teams ang makakalaban nila in their next 3 games. On a really tough stretch again para dito sa Tubo Slashers. They want to end their losing streak tonight. And this has been the closest they've gone to snapping this losing streak. Up by 7 with halfway through this third quarter. Duboze. Inside, Duboze, wild shot, rebound ni Lester Reyes. Natapik ni Canoy, but recovered by Basilan. Here's Pastoran. Calo, Tempra, Dagangon, Pastoran, Reyes. Ang 5 sa loob for Basilan. Pastoran, the crossover. Drop pass to Reyes. Quick hands by Aldave Canoy.
They continue to keep in step against the offense of Basilan itong Bacolod. And they're doing it in a very disciplined manner. Still without a foul, already 6 minutes into this third quarter.
Malazarte. Free throw line jumper won't go. It's last touch on Bacolod. Malazarte will get a rest. First time in the game para kay PJ Intia. Arwin Santos is back on the floor. Pinalitan si James Tempra. 50-43 ang ating talaan dito. Coach Rich Alvarez calling the shots for Basilan. Calo, 8 seconds on the shot clock. They go back to Dagangon against Intia. Gab spins, alanganin dun sa loob. It's a shot clock violation. They're taking quite some time to get into their offense etong Basilan.
And it seems that when they do, there seems to be a case of either overpassing or just taking too long with the ball in their hands.
Duboze against Pastoran. Canoy, nice fake. Aldave trying to finish on the other side. Ganda ng depensa ni Lester Reyes dun. Pastoran, nagmamadali. Oh, able to bank that one in, plus the foul on Mark Duboze.
This is a nice way for Basilan to try and get things back into their favor. Good way to shift momentum on their side, pushing the basketball like they've done so well this entire year.
Unable to complete the three-point play, Jimboy Pastoran. As yours, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Dire-derecho, oh, Duboze! Coast to coast.
I thought as he was going through the court, pagdating niya ng half court, sabi ko, this is gonna be a bad play.
And no, I thought he's gonna set it up. Tatawid lang siya. Hindi pala.
Di na siya tumigil at all. That is against a multitude of defenders.
This is a one-man fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Play. On-the-go speaker, take your music anywhere.
One-man freight train. Itong si Mark Duboze.
Barrera recovers the loose ball. The Bose, 7-point lead for Bacolod. One-on-one against Arwin Santos. The crossover. Woo! Ayaw umakyat.
Just a tad bit too short. Actually, Bacolod wanted a foul. Pau Javelona up in arms.
PJ Intia challenges the defense of Arwin. PJ Intia, and the confidence just rubbing off on the rest of the squad, Javi.
Jan Sobrevega is loving it. The guys on the bench are roaring there, seeing their teammates make shots like this.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Basilan Star Horse, the next 3 games, and after this game, would pretty much, determine playoff or play in, or or other things.
Yeah. Well, currently they're number 8 in the South right now, and it doesn't get easier para sa kanila, going up against those teams in their next 3 games. They want to make sure that they win all 3 of those games. But before that, they got to take care of business here against this young Bacolod squad who is looking like they are at a high in terms of their confidence.
And they are just absolutely fearless right now.
No doubt about it.
Walang pakialam sa reputasyon,
Wala.
sa credentials nung kabilang team. And you go back to that report from Mika in the first half na, these are dreamers.
And these guys are seeing those dreams come through right before their eyes, especially in this game that has been packed with a lot of star power because they're going up against the loaded Basilan squad who has players who have already reached the highest of highs in Philippine basketball. But it's nice that they have guys like Noy Baclao and Pau Javelona to guide them through this process.
Scoring in the quarter, 14-6. Kalo trying to change the script here. Mahari is fouled by PJ Intia. Wala pa sa penalty ng Bacolod.
To put everything plainly, Bacolod is just the better team right now. They want it more and they've gotten it more.
Second team foul pa lang. Navarro finds Mahari. Atake si Mahari. And a foul. And John Mahari on, what's it gonna be? Miles Cañal. Tatlo na yan para kay Miles Cañal.
Let's see how much they have to bleed for their points here. That defense has tightened up. They're not allowing the outside shot. Oh, Boss Bernard Young with a concerned look on his face there. Basilan team manager may be quite surprised with what's happening here. That a young Bacolod squad is taking these vets to school.
55-46. We had a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. They get an opportunity here. Basilan, Emancalo. Rebound, Mark Barrera. A double foul.
These two have been going at it. Kahit kanina pang first half, medyo nagkikiskisa na talaga yung dalawang yan. Let's see what happened here. There's a shot by Navarro, but watch Rangel and Santos get entangled underneath.
Adi and Chadi Rangel. Oh, yun. Ang unang konting hawi sa jersey.
No, they're trying to look at it again. The initial call was a double foul. I think it shouldn't be more than that.
They're still reviewing it. Minute and 4 seconds remaining. May desisyon na. Wait for Miguel Perey here to make an announcement.
It is a double foul between number 22, Chadi Rangel, that's a second. And number 16, Adi Santos' fourth foul.
Our referee's just making sure that
Substitution, James Tempra
nothing
for
escalates
Adi
here.
Santos.
These players, especially Bacolod, have been playing good competitive basketball between themselves.
55 to 46. Minute remaining in the third. Dobose uses the Canoy pick. Aldave with the catch. Aldave with the finish from Dobose. 11-point lead para dito sa Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Arwin inside, Mahari, nandun si Rangel to defend. Iniwan kay Tempra from close range, no good. Rangel with a big rebound, offensive foul on Chadi.
Definitely unnecessary there, but I think that Mahari was also in his grill a lot there.
Tatlo na on Chadi. Rangel has to be replaced by Jeric Villanueva.
Yeah, two quick fouls.
Instead of an opportunity to have the final shot of the quarter, now they have to defend here.
Well, they're still going to get the ball back.
And Navarro gets that one to drop. 9-point lead. PJ Intia goes on the attack. That's a tough shot. There's time left here for Basilan. Navarro for three. Got it! That's a poor play from PJ Intia.
There was still a lot of time on the clock. I think there was still an extra 6-7 seconds to try and still make something else happen. Instead, he forced the issue inside. Defense clamped down, gave way for this opportunity for Renzo Navarro to get one last shot down here in this quarter. That's 5 straight ones for Renzo Navarro to end this third period for Basilan.
57 to 51. Highlights of the game brought to you by Simplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. And it was a quarter, filled with Bacolod highlights, Javi.
Explosive drives, excellent passes, able to locate their teammates and easy scoring opportunities, while Basilan greatly struggled. For a time, they were only scoring 6 points in that period before they went on a strong run in the closing seconds to finish this down by just 6 points.
That's a Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. So glad you could join us here at the Phil Oil Center in San Juan. Dev Tupas kasama si Javi Palanya and Mika Abisamis. Boys and girls, of all ages nanonood dito sa ating venue ngayon. They're trying to find the angle there para sa entry pass sa ilalim.
This is going to be a very interesting fourth quarter between these two teams.
Calo for three, got it. And yun yung problema dun sa nangyari dun sa last sequence for Bacolod. It not only trims the deficit but gives Basilan momentum. A good thing Malazarte nails the three there to make it a 6-point game again.
Those two quick fouls by Chandy Rangel were really very crucial at the end of the third quarter para sa Bacolod because it relinquished control of that double-digit lead para sa kanila and gave Basilan a window of opportunity to go on a late run, a late surge.
Imagine mo, 7 points lang Basilan up until those two baskets from Lorenzo Navarro. Meanwhile, let's check in with Mika Abisamis.
Against the defending champs, the Star Horse proved to be able to keep up with speed, proved that they could share the ball, but more importantly, out of all the struggles, they beat an elite. Sabi nga ni Renzo Navarro, games like that, you need good reads, and we read well. Sabi naman ni Eman Calo, napatunayan namin na dapat din kami katakutan para naman kay Enzo Hoson. We proved what we can bring to the table even without our vets that day, which for Arwin Santos also proved the growth of this team since the season started. Basilan Star Horse management should be proud. So sobrang close na nga daw nila, more and more of them are turning out to be TikTokers following the Spider-Man. Now on the list is Eman Calo. Sabi nga ni Arwin, kabado ko na baka agawan pa ako ng titulo as TikToker. But I can imagine how Eman could be good in that aspect now. But you know what, kidding aside, they are acknowledging the respect given by Bacolod here today. So Delphin Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika, and lot to unpack out of that report. First is the Pampanga game. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Beautiful teardrop there galing kay Mark Barrera. The margin for error in that game was very slim, no? But they were able to handle the pressure quite well against Pampanga, Javi. And they sort of, for the first time in a while this season, nakita ko komportable itong Basilan with the way that they were playing.
Exactly, and to do that, as Mika mentioned, to do that without their veterans in the lineup for that day, as we see Malazarte running circles around the defense, just as we've been accustomed to seeing him do this year.
Ibang klase yung galaw na yan eh. Navarro short on the three. Yabe. Actually, Basilan, kita ko na yun. Busy din yan sila sa TikTok nila, lalo na sa practice nila.
Ayun na nga eh.
This is the 1xBet play of the game, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ano na, umaangat si Malazarte sa ranking ko ng mga galing na kaliwete na player. Now just behind Javi Palanya.
Nako po, nasama pa nga.
9-point lead for Bacolod. Malazarte makes his move here. Needs help. Bigay kay Sobrevega. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jan Sob, no look pass. Ajay, no good. Tempra with a rebound. Hoson to Grimaldo. Grimaldo inside, the one-hander won't work. Iba ni JC Ajay. Sobrevega gets it across. Jeric Villanueva. They want to go to Malazarte. Canoy is at the top of the key. Sobrevega. Ooh! Offensive foul.
I'm surprised with that call. I thought he was the one who was pushed.
Bilis ng tawag na yun. Referee
And
Edmar Avis.
and there's no hesitation from Coach Pajo Vilona to use his challenge here.
There's a challenge here. And we will be right back.
Successful.
It's a successful challenge for Coach Paul Javilona. No foul. I was actually surprised, same as you, Javi, when the call was made here.
You see what happened here. Look at that. Definitely, it should have actually been a foul
On Navarro.
on Navarro. Should have been a push.
6 seconds on the shot clock for the Tubo Slashers. Are they aware though? Canoy has to put it up here. He'll fire a three. Rebound ni Adi Santos. Back the other way. Lorenzo Navarro. Navarro trying to find Santos. Recovered by Alvarez. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Navarro inside. Drop off. Adi inside the paint. The foul and the basket para kay Adi Santos.
I was about to say that it was already very packed inside. The spacing wasn't too good. But look at Enzo Navarro making the right pass. Even if Tempra was there, Adi Santos still able to get to the basketball. One-on-one against, I think it was JC Adjei trying to defend, or Aldave Canoy. Able to power through to make that shot.
Santos could not complete the three-point play. Canoy saves it to Villanueva. Ball knocked away by Tempra. Bola mapupunta sa Bacolod. Let's give a quick shout out kay nanonood sa atin, Tiffany Riley Kayanan, inaanak ko to. And Gianna Elise Kayanan.
Sinisingil ka na yata.
Bati na lang muna sa TV. Si Roy Kayanan, of course. Ating kumpare, nanonood din. Malazarte. That's it to Dobose. 5 seconds to work with. Dobose drives right, pulls up, jumper, won't go. Rebound ni Alvarez. Alvarez takes the jumper. Grabe yung banggaan dun sa loob, not box out, Javi.
I don't think that's the shot that they wanted, but he was wide open there when he got the basketball across the timeline. Good thing they keep the basketball.
Alvarez goes to Tempra, now with Navarro. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Tempra, nandun si Adjei ready to help. Masyado malakas ang kanyang tira. Adjei comes away with a rebound. Dalawang players ganging up on Adjei. Malazarte will fire and knock it down. That's a big shot galing kay Kenneth Malazarte. And they are just pouring it on, Abby. One big play after another, the Tubo Slashers.
Napahinga na lang malalim si Coach Pao Javilona after that play because they were outnumbered here. That's certainly advantage in numbers for Bacolod. 3-on-2 break executed perfectly by the Tubo Slashers.
6 points para kay JC Adjei. What about Malazarte? Right here with the steal and then the perfect bounce pass. Touch foul on Navarro.
Right on the money in between the defense para kay Malazarte, finding JC Adjei.
Adjei at the line. 6 points, 6 rebounds para kay JC Adjei. Unable to complete the three-point play. Malazarte has 14, Canoy has 13, and Dobose has 12 for Bacolod. They have a 12-point lead halfway through this final period. Turnover, Basilan.
That's piling up here in this game. It continues to add 14 turnovers right now para sa kanila.
That's 15, Javi.
15 already, right?
Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Only 4 turnovers for Bacolod. Just incredible, especially with the pace that they have been playing in this ball game.
And you would think that a veteran team like Basilan would be the squad that would be able to control their errors, especially going up against a young team, but that has not been the case sa laro na to.
Canoy, the cut from Malazarte. Nandun si Calo. Malazarte is in trouble. And that's turnover number 5 for the Tubo Slashers.
But see, this is not the first time that Basilan has amped up the pressure. It's just that Bacolod has just been so strong with the basketball. Even with the pressure that Basilan has implemented, they've been able to execute.
Alvarez. Now with Hoson. Enzo back to Alvarez. Jumper won't go. Agawan sa rebound. It goes to Canoy. Ajay is leading the break. JC Ajay. Oh, top finish. Naubusan ng ball fake si JC Ajay dun.
Touch ako nga, nasobrahan pa eh.
Calo to Hoson from the corner. No good on the 3. Ajay quickly to Doboze. Doboze is blocked. The audacity of this kid.
You're going on a 2-foot jump from way out to try and go for a layup. My goodness. Against a long and lanky defender like James Tempra. Incredible.
And this is what I like. You go back to the bench and you are spent, JC Ajay. You poured it out, poured it all on the floor.
That's exactly how Coach Pao Havelona wants it.
Parang ano eh, ubusan eh. Canoy against Dagangon. Labas kay Duboze.
There's still a lot of time on their shot clock.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Duboze. Deep. Duboze, the fake. No. Hard fall for Duboze. They go back the other way. And Mancalo is fouled by Villanueva.
I'm not too sure about that call. I thought Jeric Villanueva was already trying to avoid making contact there with Mancalo. But Duboze almost converting on another highlight play.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. At 7 points para kay Mancalo.
Decent numbers para sa kanya now with 8, but quite a far cry.
Doon sa 22 niya, no? Habi, no? In the last 2 games.
Yep.
Canoy. Binigay kay Duboze against Navarro. He has been winning this matchup, Mark Duboze. Villanueva, dinikita ni Adi Santos. He puts the ball on the deck. Malazarte now against Hozo. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Malazarte has to fire. Calo with a rebound. Navarro is open. He'll shoot. No. Dagangon. Santos on the stick back. Lead down to 8. Para dito sa Bacolod. Tubo Slashers sue for time. 2:51 remaining here in our ball game. We'll be right back. That's our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Back here in San Juan for this matchup between Bacolod and Basilan. Bacolod has an 8-point lead with under 3 minutes to play. They still have one more game here. Zamboanga against San Juan. Number 2 in the south, Zamboanga. Number 3 in the north, San Juan. (69-61) is the count. Dave Canoy loses the handle against Dagangon. And Dagangon, it's down to 6. The lead here of Bacolod. Their poise getting tested here, the Tubo Slashers. Villanueva does not want to shoot. He was looking for Barrera. Another turnover for Bacolod. Calo for 3, gets it to go. And this is where, you know, the youth and the inexperience can come into play for Bacolod. Facing adversity. A double team Mark Barrera. He stepped on the line.
And now the pressure for Basilan bearing fruit. Turnovers, although not a lot yung na-force sa kanila ng Basilan sa laro na to. It's now giving the Star Horse a lot of opportunities to get back into the game.
Enzo Hosso, they're back in it now, the Star Horse. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Navarro against Duboze. Navarro for 3. We're tied with a minute and 30 remaining here. 11 points para kay Lorenzo Navarro. Cañal inside the paint. Bacolod regains the lead. There's a 12-0 run para dito sa Basilan Star Horse, and Cañal stops the bleeding. Eman Calo to Navarro. 8 seconds to work with. That's a dangerous pass.
Well, good thing they're not yet in the penalty. That's the last foul to give para sa Bacolod. Now it's important that they play this very disciplined, itong Bacolod.
Malazarte defending very well, but Navarro able to find space. That's a 3, and Basilan is in the lead.
Big shot right there by Renzo Navarro.
Cañal wants it against Adi Santos. Basilan in penalty. Cañal too strong. Canoy for 2. That's the go-ahead basket again for Bacolod. Dave Canoy with 15 points in the ball game.
See this one here. Navarro, despite the defense of Malazarte, he's able to deck him right there, giving space, getting space, and knocking down that shot. But on the other side, off the miss of Miles Cañal, Canoy playing with all heart there, pulling down that rebound and getting it to go, giving his team back the advantage.
Lapit ka sa bola. Lapit ka sa bola.
Drop na yun, mag-shoot!
Hey, pag-alanganin, tapik natin palabas. Tapik
Wala nang
palabas.
acting, wala tayong acting.
Hey, be strong. Be
Hey,
strong.
drop na yun na!
One stop. Adi. Adi and... Oh, sorry. Okay ka ba? Okay ka? Oh. Enzo, andito ka na. So, let's get Eman free dito. Eman, get it. Okay? Tingin. Gab, corner ka lang. Adi, babalikan mo si Eman on a flat. Go! Enzo, going spin kay Adi. Babalikan ka sa okay? Come on. Quick offense na.
39 seconds remaining. Basilan with the basketball. One timeout apiece. Na natitira dito. Both teams with no more fouls to give. And the carjack finish here. They all thought Bacolod is going to seal the deal earlier, pero Basilan has come roaring back here. Eman Calo got the step. Calo layup missed. Malazarte gets it across. They don't need to foul here. The Star Horse. There was contact on that drive by Eman Calo. Hindi natawagan.
He felt like he got pushed from behind. And that foul was committed in frustration. Take a look at this. Gets the step on
Yeah,
Ajay.
Definitely.
JC hit him on the back. Doon sa kanyang ulo. And this was just out of frustration, really. He just wanted to prove a point. They did not have to do that anymore, but just because of that non-call, he felt like he had to do it just to try and prove a point.
Miles Cañal at the line. Miss on the first.
Bacolod is 12 out of 20 from the charity stripe in this game.
6 points and 2 boards para kay Miles. Second free throw, he gets the shooter's bounce. And Coach Rich Alvarez will call his last time out of the ball game. Down by 2, 25 seconds remaining.
Kahit anong mangyari, dikit tayo sa tao natin, ha? Pag nag-show, show hard na maging alanganin yung yung may bola. Balik mo dyan. Kahit saan drop, show ka. No foul. Para atras yung bola. Okay, guys.
Enzo. Okay. Hey, look. Dito ulit inbound. Dito ulit inbound. Eman, ikaw ulit to. Okay. Gab, ikaw na ulit. Simple lang. Gab, ikaw na ulit. Yung Arwin. Ito screener. This is Arwin. Renzo, ikaw ulit. Tingin ha. Gab, ikaw to. Abi ka to. So tingin. Same ulit. Down screen. Down screen ulit. Eman, go. Everyone flat. No, tapos mangyayari pa flat to. Renzo, set a go screen. Dito ka pa. Atake sa Eman. Anis natin. Renzo.
Arwin Santos checking back in for Enzo Hoson. Adi Santos, Gab Dagangon, Eman Calo, and Lorenzo Navarro. The 5 on the floor. Bacolod will defend with Malasarte, Ajay, Canoy, Cañal, and Doboze. Navarro from way downtown. That's short. Rebound. The foul on Miles Cañal. Adi Santos will go to the line. Medyo hindi na timingan ni Miles Cañal yung rebound na yun. Avi?
But before that, actually, Sidelf, as Cañal will now graduate from this game, I was surprised with this early shot right here by Renzo Navarro. First of all, that was from the parking lot. Second, there was still a lot of time, but I think that's the kind of play that Basilan wanted to get a quick shot. Good thing Adi Santos was there to pull down the offensive rebound.
Adi Santos, pressure pack, foul shots. He misses the first. 17.9 seconds to play. You expect Bacolod to call their final timeout here, Javi, if he makes this. I think he has to. Yes. Because they need to get it across. Otherwise, medyo risky sila dun sa kanilang backcourt. Coach Pao Havilona, his last time out of the game.
We gotta be aggressive on this one, all right? Hey, this is a switching group. You can be aggressive. All right? Switch to denial. Hey, any drives?
Tayo. Sino yung sure ball na pumasa dito? Sino sa loob?
Nandong.
Sino? Si Gawix. Si Kenneth. Right, Kenneth. Moy. Mark. Dave. Jerry. Alright? Kawid, punta ka sa corner ha. Open, bigay natin. Hawak muna. Alright? Kawid ka dito. Skin. Kuha bola. Tapos buha ka dit. Right swing. Ball skin. Ha? Ball skin.
The most important inbound of the ball game for Bacolod. Villanueva, Canoy, Malazarte, Dobose, and Mart Barrera. They don't need to foul. Basilan. Barrera with a catch. Dagangon very aggressive there. He sends Barrera to the line. 15.3 seconds remaining, and that's it para kay Gab Dagangon.
Now he's going to go out of the game with 14 points, setting scoring honors with Lorenzo Navarro. Arwind will come back into the game. Ito si Barrera, he's a 73.3% free throw shooter. But Bacolod, they've missed a lot of foul shots in this game, 13 out of 21.
Barrera knocks down the first. 8 points. Will we see the end of this losing streak for Bacolod?
13-game losing streak para sa kanila sa Delph. The longest, the second longest losing streak next to Parañaques.
Oh, Canoy with the rebound. Dobose will hold on. Crucial rebound para kay Aldave Canoy. That's his 6th rebound of the game.
He's pulled down some very crucial offensive boards in this game.
Yun kanina, yung mintis ni Miles Cañar, siya rin naka-clean up nun. Dobose at the line. Short on the first. Door slightly open here. Ang kapatid ni Coach Pau and Coach Britton yan. 12.6 assists para kay Mark Dobose. Yes, on the second. 3-point game.
But no more timeouts here para sa Basilan.
They need shooters on the floor. Hoson, apparently, they're not gonna bring in Enzo Hoson.
This is a very weird combination on the floor for Basilan.
Navarro gets it to Adi Santos. Mahari now with Eman Calo. Calo blocked by Barrera. Dobose with a rebound, and that's it. Bacolod stuns Basilan here in San Juan.
Oh boy. Dreamers who just were trying to see if they can go up against the best of the best in Philippine basketball. Well, here, some of those dreams have just come through.
What a dramatic win para dito sa Bacolod Tubo Slashers. 13-game losing streak coming to an end at the expense of the Basilan Star Horse. And they came in there with a lot of determination. Bit-bit nila ang pangalan ng Bacolod. An unbelievable performance. Our best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Now Dave Canoy.
Although you've got a lot of guys in double figures and almost 5 guys with more than 7 points in this game. Canoy just pulling all the stops in the end game. Crucial rebounds on the offensive end. Knocking down some big shots as well to help his team out of that 13-game losing streak.
And what a win para sa Bacolod. Let's go to Nika Abisames.
Maraming salamat. Big congratulations sa'yo, Aldave. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, isa ito sa pinaka-paborito kong upsets. Biruin mo, galing sa mataas na kumpiyansa ang Basilan, natalo nila ang Pampanga, pero nandyan ka. Nandyan si Dobose, lahat kayo. Talagang ang ganda ng ginawa nyo. Kumusta ka ngayon?
Yun po, sobrang saya po na galing po kami sa losing streak. Tas ito po, nakuha din namin yung pinaka-asam-asam po namin na panalo.
Alam mo, Aldave, matagal na ako nagko-cover ng Bacolod, nakailan na rin ako. Alam ko talagang pangarap ng coaches na makatalo ng isang strong contender. At ayan na nga, natalo na nyo ang Basilan. Sa tingin mo,